So what is an enlightened business professional, you may ask? Well, that's what we are in a mission to find out. And I would invite all of you to join in this rather interesting mission to find exactly what it is that makes us more enlightened. And why is an enlightened business professional such an important aspect of today's business life? Well, it's simply because the face of business is changing. Consumers are more educated about the products that they are buying. They research much more. And there was a recent research about people who buy Apple products versus Android products. And I will post a link to that specific video. And this was a consumer research which done and found out that people who use Apple products are actually more adventurous, but they spend twice as much as people who use Android products, who are actually more careful with their money. They do a lot of research, and they tend to find the best product suited for them. So there are a lot of other differences also between people who purchase Apple products compared to Android products. So you could check out that video, and you could find out more about what that's all about. And how does that connect with an enlightened business professional? Well, if you look at public in general, they are more into using Android products, especially those who are in business, because you get a better set of tools, better options for less costs, and there is much more flexibility within those products. And this is not just applying towards smartphones and related products, but everything else, just like the gimbal that I'm using right now to record myself, the other tools which I'm using in my day-to-day business operations, where we do events, where we are basically recording professionals on stage, we are interviewing them, we're capturing a lot of information from data from the people who are attending, using platforms such as LinkedIn, Facebook, email, Instagram, and other social networks, and so on and so forth. So this is limited. These are the parameters that we work when it comes to our businesses, and there are so many other different parameters that come into play when it comes to different types of businesses. But once again, coming back to why is it that's more important for someone to look at their business and see if they're actually delivering a proper service, or are they just delivering a product so that they can generate revenue. And that is where an enlightened business professional comes into play, because an enlightened business professional looks holistically. How is this product not just impacting the work, that if it's used for work, and not just impacting that specific area that they're working with, but also impacts other areas in a person's life, thinking much more holistically. And there are so many other options or so many other interesting points that we can bring into, and that's what I would like to invite you to come in and speak about, what it means to be an enlightened business professional, what it means to be doing a service instead of just a business to society, what it means, how can you transform your business currently, which is delivering some type of product or service, for it to be much value. In sustainability terms, we call it triple bottom. So it's not just impacting your bottom line and bringing you revenue, but it's also impacting society, as well as impacting nature and the ecosystem as well. And as we move on now, where things like sustainability has moved from the periphery, where there was that odd person with purple hair talking about saving the environment and so on, to CEOs now primarily starting all their presentations and their core activities based out of terms of sustainability, social impact, diversity, inclusion, and so on and so forth. So as we see these things from periphery, which were not necessarily the key topics that any business was addressing a couple of years ago, and now they're at the core of every business. And as businesses are transforming, I believe we need an internal transformation as well as more enlightened business professionals. So join Media Monday in this conversation, and let's have an amazing journey on how to become more enlightened in our business path.